Hi all, today we can learn about the automation process and how we can connect to the Appium server and how to integrate with Eclipse. So for that, I'm starting my Android Studio. So from there, I'm clicking on my configure and coming to the AVD manager. So here there are two virtual devices configured. I'm clicking on one. Okay, here let the AVD start. Okay, so our AVD is ready. So once the AVD is ready or real device is ready, we can check by using the command line tool. So I'm going to the CMD tab, running as an administrator. Okay, here we can select ADV devices. So the device is ready. Okay, let it be, and we can start the Appium to start the Appium server. So Appium desktop client manager is on. So it may take some time, depends upon the memory of your system and all. So the preferred memory is i5 with 8 GB RAM. Okay, let it start. We can start the Eclipse for now. So we have opened Android Studio and the emulator and the command prompt, and I'm starting the Eclipse. So I think our APM is not yet started. Starting again. Okay, let that also start. So our Eclipse is ready. So in this Eclipse, I have created a project called Appium test. This is a Maven project. So we can see the dependencies and all over here. So the Java code is written over there and the POM file is there. So in the POM, when I open the POM, opening with generic text editor. Okay. So on the POM, it has written as the dependency. One is Java client is there and Selenium server is there 3.14. So these are the two dependencies which we have added. One is the Appium and other is the Selenium. So when it comes to the code part, I created a calculator.java class. In that we have one method that is open calculator. This we will use for opening the calculator in the emulator app. So in the emulator we have installed one calculator. I'll show you how we can install a software to the emulator application. So Appium is ready. Close. There are two open to closing one. So this is the Appium. Okay, Appium is started and the port is default port is 4723. That is also we have mentioned here in the URL, that is 4723. This is the default URL ID. Okay, when so I'll explain what is it written in the code. In the open calculator, we have created a decide capabilities. So decide capabilities is the set of capabilities at what all the things which we need to execute for an APM. So this is the device name we have mentioned, that is emulator 554 I have given, and the device orientation is portrait, and again the platform is Android and platform version we can give as 11. So running on 11. Android 11, so given the platform name, and again we have given the app name. Okay, where is the app is located? So I will show how we can run download an app. So for that we need to do to the app store. So not app store, that is we can move to the Play Store. Okay, so Android Play Store is there. So here we can search for the application. So I'm giving for calculator. So this is the Google calculator. So I'm going to download this one. So we can copy the Google calculator link from here. So this is the link, and we can download APK download. APK downloader is there. This is the URL which we are using for the downloading process. So pasting the URL. So generate a download link. It will generate the download link. So when I'm clicking on this, it will generate. So keeping the I'll keep the URLs ready for you. So after downloading, we can get it in our download folder. So we can open our emulator. So in the emulator, you can see the calculator app. So I'm uninstalling this one for now. So we can uninstall this. Okay, just uninstalled. Okay, now it's not there. So after uninstalling, I will show you how to install this again. So I have downloaded this thing. So in my C, I have saved. So this is the APK file which I have downloaded. So I am opening my emulator again. Mm, Drag and drop the APK into this one. Okay, the APK will be installed in this. So the particular file is installed. So this is done. We have the installation process is completed. So we can come back to Eclipse. So in this Eclipse, these are the details which we need to give to start with an application process. So this is done. And the same thing we can use in the Appium to start the Appium thing. So first of all, we need to start the server. So I have started. So to inspect the elements in the emulator app, we need to start inspector session. This is the start inspector session. I'm clicking on that. So this will open the session starter. So this is also will take some time. Let it open. So once it is open, we need to give the details in Appium. The details like the capability details which we given in the desired capabilities, the same set of details we can give in the Appium. So the Appium and emulator communication will be established from there. So let the Appium opens. So we can shortly describe about what is the process. So this is simply we can see that this is the WebDriver script. That is the part which we are writing in the Eclipse or whichever IDE or IntelliJ. So we can write the script in the Eclipse or IntelliJ. So from there, from the IDE, this will communicate with Appium server. So in the Appium server, there are two components. One is XC UI test, that is for iOS, and another one is UI Automator. It's for Android. So the server communication or the functionality is in a way that the architecture is designed in a way that when a WebDriver we are scripting something, so this will communicate with Appium server. In the Appium server, there are some XC UI test or UI automator. There are the corresponding drivers for iOS and Android applications. So this will communicate with the device, and from the device, it will give the response back to the Appium server. The Appium server will the response back to the WebDriver script. So what we are returning over in the WebDriver script, it can be written in any forms like Java, Selenium, and C Sharp, Python, and whatever the language it is acceptable here. So the Appium server is the one which will convert the particular commands into the available format for the particular application. So this will come to the application and it will give the response to the Appium server. The Appium server will again communicate with the script. This is how the process is working. So the JSON communications the Appium will establish. So, and one more thing, for an Android and iOS apps, there are two types of app, like native and hybrid apps will be there, the web apps. So the native application is the one which we can download and we can use this calculator and all. I said native application, and something like Chrome and all, we can call it as, or the Facebook which we are logging from the Chrome, and we can run hybrid applications. To this, so Appium is ready now. Okay, here we can give the capability details like name and all, so that we can give as what we had given in the Eclipse. Same set of the set capabilities we can give. So I'm copying this and pasting over here. The device name, the emulator. Okay, we can add the capabilities and we can give these things. The orientation, we can launch it in portrait mode. So the platform name is Android. It's Android, and we can add the version like platform version. So this is also giving us a string, so I'm giving us 10. Okay, the text giving us a text and the value is 11. And finally we need to give the downloaded location of the application. So that is a file, so I'm choosing it's from file path, and file path we can get it from this. So click on this, and this is the file path. Open. Okay, so the JSON representation is created here, so we can start the session now. Okay, let it start the session. From the application we can see once it is started, it will open the application. So this is opening. So the calculator application is opened. So this is the Appium view. From this we can inspect the element and all. Like when it's come, it is there. So we can inspect by using this inspector. So when I'm clicking here, it will show the details. ID, digit 8 is the ID, and the XPath, all the details will be there. So whatever we are clicking on, the uh, attribute details are displayed over here. So we can click and we can see the details. And if you are changing anything over in the emulator side or in the application side, so I'm giving 7 and plus 7. Okay, so we need to reflect any changes we have made. We can get that reflection over here by using refresh. So once you're refreshing, we will get this thing, and we can inspect the element as well. So wherever the element is there, we can give the element. Once you get the element, we can automate this thing. So this is how we are inspecting the element and how we start with Appium. So I'm just closing this part. Okay, this is done, and therefore I'm stopping this stop server. Okay, I have closed the logs. So now we will see how we can run the particular application using the Eclipse. So the same set of configuration and all we have given here. And the thing is, first of all, we need to open the emulator. So our emulator is opened. And the second thing, we need to start the Appium server. So I'm starting the Appium server. Just start. That's it. So we have started. From there, we need to execute the program. So open calculator is my method. What it is doing is just giving the capability details and the URL and the driver we are initializing. Here the change from a Selenium driver is it's an Appium driver, and we can see the mobile element. and the URL is the one which we have given, and the capability set of capabilities also we are passing as a parameter. So once we have created the driver, it will automatically open the application. So I have given a sysout for to application started information. So we are calling the open calculator in the main method. As it is throwing some exception, I have catched the exception here. Okay, and we have an created the Appium driver over here. The instant it's a public element we have created in the class, not in the method. So it's a commonly accessible. So I will run from here, right click and run as Java application. So we can see the progress. So when we are comparing with Selenium web applications, mobile application a little bit slow and Appium automating. So this is the memory consumption and all will take a matter. So our application is started. So we have given the application is started. Thank you.